No, I like this. I like it. I rearranged some of the icons and stuff. This is good. Last pulls. Soyuz took this picture for anybody that's asking. That's how they got a picture of the shuttle outside. A time when NASA didn't think something was technically infeasible. That's it pisses me off so much, dude. Yeah, I don't think he realized. I don't think he realized how many people he pissed off with that statement. If a British person named a barge, they had to be a reference to the Pegasus Bridge. Oh, I have no idea. Yeah, I did some research. Yeah, just a quick Google search. Yeah. Yep. All right. Kerbal time. Let's finish the SSTO payload integration system. Mission mode part 236, I think is what we're on. Friday night racing for after hours. Cool. Clickety clacks. What's wrong with the shuttle tail? Why does the tail have stripes? It's the shadow from the solar panels, Swishio. Yeah. These solar panels right here are casting a shadow. Nexus, what's my favorite space movie? I get asked this a lot. I don't know if October Sky counts, but October Sky, that movie doesn't necessarily have to do with space. It's about rocketry. But Homer Hickam is one of my personal heroes. Yeah, October Sky is probably my favorite movie, I think. Yeah, it's a movie that I hold very near and dear to my heart. In terms of like movies that are actually in space, I mean, are we talking sci-fi or are we talking, what are we talking about here? Like realistic, quote unquote, or kind of realistic stuff? Apollo 13, The Martian is good. I didn't mind Interstellar. I just can't help but, I can't watch Interstellar without thinking it's a 2001 ripoff. Like, you just took some parts of the story and crudely pasted other parts over them and then just made this. Sounds like an excuse to just do space special effects, but who knows? It definitely sounds, I just see 2001 every single time. Apollo 11's good. Did you like Gravity? Gravity was okay. Nexus, you know what? Gravity is not a space flight movie. It's a thriller. It's a space-themed thriller movie, and once you understand that, then it's a decent movie. In terms of like realism, oh, it's terrible. No. You can't go from the Hubble to the ISS in real life. The space shuttle couldn't do that. It doesn't have enough fuel to go from one place to another. To go from one orbital plane change like that to another, you'd need one of the shuttle's SRBs to have enough fuel to go there. To go from one to the other. So that it's not very realistic in that regard. The visuals are great. But yeah, it's a space themed thriller movie. It's not a space movie. You know? Like that's how I look at it. I haven't seen Ad Astra, Devil. I heard mixed things about that, to be honest. At least it made people aware of space debris. Yeah, that's true. So that part can happen. That's called Kessler syndrome, and that absolutely can happen. Yeah, space debris showers like that, if we're not careful, can happen. But fortunately, we're pretty damn careful. Let's go over here like this. Let's get the Satisfactory soundtrack. What movie just hopped in? Gravity? Yeah, exactly. Also, the Soyuz and the Shenzhou have hatches in the side of the return module, which is due to the trainer having them. The orbital module can double as an airlock, Thomas. That's why. You can EVA outside of Soyuz. It's left over from... That's left over from the lunar program. They would have had to EVA to get into the lander for the N1. Hey, Stribben. 4-month resub. Yeah, it's not like LA doesn't have enough airports, Swishio. Yeah, it's ridiculous. No, the return module specifically seen in the movie. Let me even this all out. Alright, so we're working on payload changeout stuff here. What is this song? Satisfactory. It turns out that when you're overcoming laryngitis, using your voice a lot is not a way to recover quickly. Yeah. Fun facts with EJ. Why can't the Soyuz do a Hubble servicing mission? It has no way to dock to it. Different docking ports, TJ. So we were working on the big SSDO payload changeout facility. So here it is. This is a new building that I'm going to build for building for the big SSTO that makes it so the SSTO basically docks to a giant anchor plate, which is what this U-shaped thing is, and then we'll have a crane over the top that can pull payloads in and out. I left myself a little bit of a to-do list here, which is good. It uses the same kind of attachment mechanism as the launch pad, but it's just far away from the launch pad, so I can make it so payload operations are not near the launch pad. Kind of something to help us with performance a little bit. If you could make a space movie unlimited budget, what would it be about? As seen in this behind the scenes shot. Yeah, it's pretty cool. The visuals in Gravity were fantastic. They were really good. Yeah, why does Soyuz have a hatch on the side? That's very strange. Anyway. Why are 2 of the SSMEs missing? I'm just using the SSTO as a test article here in this craft file here. There you go. If I was going to make a space movie, O-Force, I don't know. I don't know what it would be about. Well, but I would know the gist of it. I've thought about this before. If I was going to make a space movie, I'm not sure exactly what I would make it about. But the overarching goal of said space movie would be to show people that how real space flight works. So think of it like the movie form of mission mode in Kerbal. It would probably end up being like that. Like the engineering and the design and testing and how stuff works in the space program would be a central theme to the plot. That would be the adversarial condition for character development. So, like, good story structure has a character, developing throughout the story. The main character of the story learns and understands and adapts and reacts and overcomes. Like, that's a classic hero story, right? It would be kind of like that. But the adversary, the antagonist of the movie would be the fact that space is difficult. It's difficult to get this stuff right. It's hard to do. That would be what it is. It's not man versus man. It's man versus the elements, right? Thanks, Alucard. The only problem with that is that the general public won't believe what actually goes into real space flight. Panta, if I can communicate it here well enough, I'm pretty sure I could communicate. If I can communicate it well in this medium, I could probably do it well with a movie. If I had full control over the movie. Okay, you risk making it boring for the average public. You guys don't find my stream boring. Kind of like that guy, yeah. So I guess a movie about Von Braun? I don't know. I'd probably prefer to do alt history. An alternative history. Okay, but you risk making... Okay, are we the average public, though? You came here on your own volition, Mega Doomer. Look, guys, the numbers don't lie. When stuff launches, people are interested. They probably don't understand half the stuff that I talk about, and that's fine. That's okay. But people are still interested. You can't tell me that... I mean, look at how many people like The Martian. Martian's a good example of this. The Martian, you know, if it didn't become a movie, everybody here probably would be saying, oh, The Martian is too niche. It's too complicated to make it into a movie. But people did make it into a movie. Yeah, they dumbed it down a little bit, but it still demonstrates the concepts correctly. That's what I'd probably do. I'd probably do something like that. And also, piss off. It's my movie. The question was, how would I make my space movie, not your space movie, you jerk. Sorry. Sorry. The question was how I designed my space movie. You want to design your space movie, you do it. You want to call it Bearded Jesus or Cape Jesus or Long-Haired Jesus? I like the baby version the best, all right? All right. So, what's on the to-do list? Air brake lift jacks would probably be better for lifting and alignment. Air brake jack longitudinal alignment is needed if the air brake jacks are implemented. Okay. The alignment robotics to Jeb truck root part. Oh, that's upgrades to the transport vehicle craft file. 3-axis crane. Cool stuff like decals maybe. Okay. Air brake jacks are what we're working on. All right. So here's where I was at, fellas. So what I want this to do is the truck down here, the transporter truck, right, that's carrying the SSTO around. I know it looks ridiculous. It's quite funny, actually. That's going to back it up in here, right? And I have guides. We have payload rails, just like we did on the launch pads, right? And then the truck has robotics in there to align correctly. But I purposely introduced a height differential here. If you notice, the truck is a little bit high comparatively to the bottom of the pad. And I know the suspension will sag a little bit, so the docking ports will intentionally they'll be aligned forward and back, but if you were looking at it, they'll be aligned this way, but if you looked at it from the side, they'll be like this. So I need to find a way to raise the SSTO up now. I don't want anything sitting on rover wheels when we go to dock this together. Nothing. Because if we docked it like this, if we just roll back and dock this like this, one, you're asking for a Kraken strike because you're docking something with rover wheels touching the ground. Usually doesn't end well at all. And also, when we're docking stuff inside of the payload bay, once this whole thing is down, I don't want these rover wheels touching the ground. Because if I do, and they detect a collision, it'll probably just pop the wheel. And I don't want to have to deal with broken wheels all the time. So what I need to do is find a way to elevate the SSTO up off the ground. How many parts is the SSTO? 600. Payload chains out facility. So this is one of the last things that we need to design for this. I need to figure out a way, just because I want to reuse the SSTO. I want to land this thing on the runway, and then the truck can go and get it. The Jeb truck. It can go and get it, take it over to this facility, out of render range of the pad, so we don't have like 6,000 parts in the scene or something and slow Kerbal down to a crawl, right? Take old payloads out, put new payloads in, be able to configure the payload bay, right? I can configure the payload bay, we can do a bunch of stuff, right? And then roll this thing to the pad, turn it upright, and send it. My whole gameplay, for the people that don't know me, if you're unfamiliar with the stream, I play around a rule set called Mission Mode 2 rules. We don't ask what happened to Mission Mode 1 rules. We got rid of those. Mission Mode 2 makes it so you have to, like, it's my rule set that I play by, where you have to build out the entire thing. Build out the whole, like, end-to-end thing. Like, so if I have a vehicle that brings payloads down, right? and I land it. Great, we landed it. We got the payload back. What if I want to keep the payload, but I want to reuse the vehicle as well? I gotta build a crane. Gotta build a crane to take it out. We build end-to-end mission capability, the entire scope of the project, which is, it's not just putting a rocket together, putting it on the launch pad and hitting go, which is what kind of run-of-the-mill Kerbal gameplay is. So Nexus, the whole idea with how I play Kerbal is to teach people about the logistics and what goes in to running a space program, at least generally. It's Kerbal, so it's not like 100% accurate, but that's the idea. That's how I play. Yeah. Any plans for making a Canadarm for this later? Yes. Is it a vertical takeoff SSTO? Yep. I gotta line up the collision boxes here. Okay, there we go. All right, so this is gonna be our base plate for the air brake jacks. Basically, I use the air brakes because they're really strong. They're a really strong movable part. I use them as like airplane jacks. You use them to lift stuff up. Because I kind of got to offer the SSTO up to the base plate and get the rover wheels from the rover off the ground, I'm going to need to implement some air brake jacks here. But it's important to make sure that these parts are level with the fuel tanks, because the fuel tanks are the foundation. You can't have a window from the building be below the foundation. That wouldn't be, or a door, that would be pretty useless. So yeah, that's what I was just doing. I was lining it up so the bottom of the I-beam, bottom of these girder segments is at the same height as the affixed on girder segments. As the fuel tanks. Girder. Man, and I thought the NASA PAOs misspoke. That was a pretty good one. Girder. Girder segment.
Discovery, go and throttle up.
Bro, they fitted an 85mm ball throw. Merc is gone, reduced to atoms. So they were cheating? Herder segments. Arc, 18-month resub. Thanks, man. Wait, so, okay. I've said Merc is cheating just kind of as a joke. Were they actually cheating? I want a Gerger segments! The wing is illegal? Wait, so you're telling me they actually got caught cheating? Huh. And it's not like, oh, sorry, we misunderstood. No, this like straight up cheating? Because that's actually really, really frigging funny if that's the case. They were cheating since MP1. Yeah. How many other times has this happened? Still waiting on an official steward's statement. Ah, okay. I see how it be. Please let this turn into a gigantic investigation and find Mercedes guilty of cheating over like the last 10 years. That would be really fun. That would make me very happy. For no other reason other than me being a super salty Ferrari fan. And you know what? I'm not afraid to admit that. Alright? It's been... How long has it been? It's been 14 years, man. How many times? Oh, just once, but it was all the time. I said no thought. No thought that put strip line in the guacamole. They were just big grains of thought. The stewards were trying to figure out how to twist it to where Merc wasn't cheating. Yeah, they do that. Yeah, sure. Yeah, because when the Mercedes engine burns oil, it's not a big deal. But when Ferrari does it, they get sanctioned and everybody gets upset, etc., etc., blah, 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 blah. Whole thing's paid off, man. That's not how it be. But it might be. But also, it's probably not. Yeah, because Ferrari figured out what Mercedes was doing, and then Mercedes complained about it, and then Ferrari proceeded to get penalized because, you know, that's fun. That's, you know, that's how that works, right? Okay. Actually, you know what? These forward struts, I'm going to actually attach here. But anyway, guys, I gotta finish this. So these are the air brake jacks that I'm working on. I want to get to testing this thing today, man. The SSDO program is kind of lagging. I really intended to get this thing back up and flying a good while ago. It's our James Webb. Give it time, yeah. You've never heard of Mercedes doing the same thing? Ah, nice try, F1 stewards. Just saw the static fire for Starship. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty awesome, isn't it? Alright, the other thing we gotta do is get these things all up and running on a Cal controller. So these will be our lateral alignment for this thing. Because when we lift it up, I don't want it moving left to right. So these guys are lateral alignment. And then out here, that's not where I attached that to, but that's fine. These are the aft alignment nodes. There's a chance that Max and Lewis start both dead last tomorrow. Good. We need Leclerc. Leclerc. Orlando. Get Strimmer in there. Or Kimmy? 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 Playoffs?
Discovery, go at throttle up.
Playoffs? Playoffs? Talking about just winning another game. I'm talking about playoffs. Now I just need a cal controller to put this all together here. With this, it's the authority limiter. What is this set to? Yeah, 28 is really maximum. So 28 on the dot. Do that. Alright, so now I need my aft alignment brake, take authority limiter, copy this curve. So basically these brakes will align, hold it in position, and then the other ones, the other four that I have down there will jack the thing up off the ground. So after 30 seconds, let's put a mark at 15. 15 on the dot, 28 right there. And then flatten that, right? And then copy that there, right? We got to set this to the deployed state right here. What the hell? It must not be. Hold on. It's... Yeah, that's fine. Now, this one back here needs to be set a little bit higher. So let's try that one at 50. Right? Yeah, alright, that works. This graph right here represents how the air brake is going to move over time with the cal controller. Basically, I want my alignment brakes to go first, and then what I'll do here with these brakes is we set those, we add all these with the authority limiter. Right? And then we take these brakes and at the 15er position, right? That's when these will start lifting. We set them to like 70 or something? No, this actually has to stay at 0, right? And then this one over here at 30, that one goes up to, we'll set that up to like 60 and see what that looks like. And then copy the curve to all the other lifting air brakes. So this is the animation curve that they'll follow. And if I go in here and we set these to deploy, right? That's more than enough. 60 actually might even be too much. I'm thinking maybe 45 or something. What do you think? Dude, 45 is even pushing it. Let's try 30. Yeah, 30 should be fine. You notice who noticed the Merc wing fiasco? Nui. Yeah, because Nui's an aerospace engineer. Okay. Save that over here like this. That should work. Okay. Shall we test it, chat? I have to make some changes to the vehicle here. To the payload transfer vehicle. Alright. And then I always... Sustainability. Alright. Save this. Reroute to here. Right. And now I need the payload vehicle here because I made some modifications to it. One of the modifications I made to it was setting this as root, setting the lander can as root, and then putting the robotics on it. Alright, so I'm going to load up Jeb Truck here. And we'll make the changes. FE5B3 Jeb Truck right there. You know what? I'll save these changes here. This is Jeb Truck 2. I'll make this a separate craft file. We'll save this out as its own craft file and then route it to here and then detach the SSTO. And now we have a revised version of Jeb Truck. There we go. So the first thing we gotta kind of do is get this thing out there and grab the SSTO that's out there. Because I have one of these trucks out there already, but it doesn't have the alignment pieces on it for the payload changeout facility. So let's switch over here. And then put Jeb Truck over here like this, right? Make sure there's nobody inside. I don't want any personnel near this because we're technically testing. And go out over here. Maybe have the rear air brakes push up slightly more due to the mass at the back. Well, yeah, you're probably right. I balanced the air brakes front and back on the center of mass. Now, keep in mind there is kind of 3 in the back, 2 up front, so it's not really too balanced. But I'd set them to where I think they need to be, but we'll do it. I need to do a test now to make sure that we can seamlessly integrate to the changeout room and back. Sorry, guys. So, yeah, no, sometimes I shut up and I need to kind of just put my head down and bust this stuff out. Uh-oh. Oh, I thought we were in the pad for a second. I got really worried. All right, so let's switch over. There's the launch complex. This SSTO launched from this pad. But this pad did get a little damaged. So we probably have to... yeah, we probably should recover it. That's going to affect stuff structurally. All right, Flykin. I'm glad you like it. Huh. I can't get at the damn docking ports underneath here. Maybe, Steam. It's probably going to be no. I got to figure out a couple more ground operations things, and then we can go from there. All right, please don't explode. Just drop. It thinks that this thing is flying because it's some part somewhere is clipping inside of the SSTO. I got an idea. I'll put the jacks down. And this will make the game think that it's landed. Yeah, and you twisted a recent pad over due to throttle on launch. My Beren just had to limp to an orbit after explosion tore off the left wing. Well, that's not ideal. But see how it was kind of like bashing up into the bottom of the SSTO? That root part thing on the lander can should attach a auto strut from the truck, the transporter truck, to the SSTO, and if it tries to bounce in, that strut won't let it. You won't let it, will ya? Ultraviolet rays bad, lotion good. Smiley. Figure out a rescue plan. Yep. So is that wheeled aircraft carrier an Enterprise class, Nimitz class, or a Ford class? Which one, Panta? Water sucks. Hellfish? Sorry. I was, in my mind, responding to Panta next. I had you next in the queue. Gatorade is better. Last, please. Oh, I know this is KSP, but earlier said you'd show off the inside of the shuttle. Mind doing that? Yeah, not right now, dude. I jumped the queue. Wait, why are the alignment rails bent? Ugh. Oh, what's wrong with the bottom of this thing? Yep. Well, that's all broken. I gotta recover it. I can't pick it up. The docking port is on the other side of the damn panel. Yep. The last truck putting all that stuff on. Yeah. When we separated, it bent everything out of shape down there, so. Alright. That's not ideal. Frick. It's okay. It's okay. Figure it out. I gotta recover the SSTO because that's broken. We broke that. I mean, I'll be honest. I could probably fix it by docking it to the pad and bending some things back into place, but the pad's already damaged, so I'm just gonna go ahead and recover the pad, recover the jet truck, and we'll recover SN9. We'll just recover all of it for now. It'll be easier when we go to test. I knew that making Buran that could last on orbit for a week autonomously would pay off. So you put a probe core and solar panels on it, Nuggets? At least the front didn't fall off. The front did not fall off. Yes, that's correct. Yep. Sometimes the front falls off. You know, the big vessel that I recovered just a second ago is SN9. On SN8, the front fell off. Yep. I do have to say Nevermind is a good album. I agree. Fortunately, I had Voyager, the craft file for Voyager, pretty much in the exact configuration that it was in. Haha, yeah, not important. Alright. But this one does have dud engines, so... Remember, because this is a broken craft file. I'm thinking, dudes, I'm thinking. How are we going to go about testing this now? The prototype that I wanted to use for this testing, we broke, so I had to recover it. So, I mean, we could just use this craft file, but we got to make sure that we don't send this thing to the pad by accident, because I misclicked, and some of these engines aren't attached right, but because this was just being used as a mock-up for this craft file, I didn't expect on ever putting it out. So, yeah, we're gonna have to mess with some things. Put a big sticker on it that says not flight hardware. I mean, Pig Zig, it's not a bad idea. Figure that I wouldn't miss that. Actually, not flight hardware. You're afraid I was gonna write NFT in there? Oh my god. And you know what? I'll take the Voyager name tag off and we'll just go back to putting the dash on there. For now. We could set the flag back in a little bit. Alright. So, we got our payload changeout facility. We're gonna test docking and undocking here. Alright. So, this is only one bit of the payload changeout area, you know? So we gotta push this thing in here like this. And then I really gotta make sure that my does the craft file still work here? Controllers unassigned themselves. Damn it. $60 to $93. I transferred this payload changeout, the transport truck, the Jeb truck. I moved it from another craft file, and sometimes when you do that, it unassigns cal controllers. So I'm debating whether the craft file that has this stuff in it with the cal controllers that actually work doesn't have the alignment pieces on it. So how am I going to take that and... Do I just go and modify Jeb truck and just put these where I think they should go and call it a day? Or how are we going to do this? A subassembly? No. And you know what the way to do this is like this. You don't want to start with this whole thing as in one integrated vehicle. That's bad testing criteria. So this is just the payload changeout facility. So I'm gonna get rid of this. And if we want to do this right, we need to put the prototype out in flight configuration. So this is what we need to put out. This thing. We don't want to start with it integrated. That's because it's not going to be like that when we go to recover it. You know? Why is this taking so long? Jeez. This will permanently twist the pad on undocking. I don't understand what you're doing there, but okay, don't do this on launch. What do you have? Are you static firing? Yeah, it's got to be quick, Anth, or else you're going to break something. That's the reason why the lockout pin needs to be there, or else it's going to break it, like you said. Yeah, that's why I wanted to lock that hydraulic for the longest time, so it auto-struts into position and doesn't bend.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
Vaxlock, not much, but it's a thing. Hey, 3-month resub. Quietos. Спасибо. Yes, себе. Finnish and Russian. Thank yous. That's right. Your neighbor countries, Hyper. There you go. It's almost 2 a.m. in France. You know what time it is. Time for bed. For you. No, it's just time for analog electronics because it's completely out of your normal sleep cycle. Oh, okay. Okay. Here's the payload change-out facility just by itself. And does it have batteries? It has batteries. It has a probe core. We have solar panels. We don't need an antenna. We don't need to worry about this thing being that far away. Okay, so save that craft file like that. And then go over here. Once again, this is like doing... This is background stuff, dudes. We're doing all the background things for the space program. I probably need like 1 or 2 more streams to do the testing like this, and then once the testing is good, then we're good. This thing's gonna be real nice. Set it to root. Make sure the alignment stuff works in this craft file. Yep, okay. Yep, okay. Now save this. And then I'll merge this. I'll merge Jeb Truck 2 to get the place where I need to put the rails. And then this truck should be good to go. So Jeb Truck 2 will merge with that one. The merging is complete. And all I'm really gonna do is just put one on top of the other, right? Make sure that these still work. Oh. Don't save. Merging craft files with themselves screws the cow controllers up. The cow controllers don't know what to control. Alright, so what did I do before? I took the docking ports off. Okay, I got another idea. I'll merge this with the payload changeout facility craft file now so I can get the gauge on the rails. That'll work. Just made my first orbit with an SSTO with 13 rapiers. Nice, nice. Okay, so now give me 2 of these. The G12 alligator hinge. We'll attach them in mirror sim. it actually fits. And this one was 60 to 93, if I'm remembering correctly. Cool. And then this one back here was a lot more straightforward. And then we just move the lights down just a little bit and inward. There we go. Okay. Rear alignment goes out of the way there. All right, and then we can get rid of this. Now we just got to make sure that the cow controllers still work. That's the floor jacks, the alignment jacks, and then the overclock is still working. All right, save. So that file is good to go. This is just regular Jeb truck. This was updated on the 12th. Save. Just a regular Jeb truck. That just looks like that. Save that. Switch editors. Barely made it? Oh, you gotta work on your scent profile. You should be able to get, like, how much does it move into space, Bryce? I mean, with 13 rapiers, you could move a good amount. Okay. It's got 1,000 meters a second delta V left. It's the... Oh, the entry, descent, and landing. That was hard? I gotcha. Okay. Once I get into the thicker, the plane gets uncontrollable. You're descending too fast, Bryce. It's a Chungas with 130 tons of fuel. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm just gonna put this... I'm gonna put this over where the launch pad should be, just for testing. I know it'll work just fine out here. Make sure that there's no Kerbals aboard, and let's go. Why are you making a new pad? This isn't a pad. It's a hangar. This is the foundation for a hangar, Ryan. Where I can configure payloads and stuff. Supposedly SCOM, their wing was against the rules. They had the DRS actuation was too high. Supposedly. Huh. Guess. It looks tough to repair from the outside. So smooth. Yeah. Some news on the Hamilton front. No decision from the FAA on the Hamilton investigation until Saturday morning. Yep, that's bull. It's either out of spec or it isn't. Told you. They cheating, man. They cheating and they got caught. It's gonna be a huge conspiracy and Mercedes will have its trophies rescinded. I'm telling you. I'm not a crazy Ferrari fan. They will be responsible and disgraced for ruining Formula One over the past decade. I can dream. Does the pad go on top of this? No, a crane will, because it's the hangar. This isn't a pad. I don't know. Italian trash. Shut up, man. It's just, I'm sorry. I can't help it. Okay, so this isn't working correctly. So we gotta go in here and set this air brake deploy angle. The deploy angle needs to copy this curve here. And then this one needs deploy angle as well. And that one needs to copy that curve as well. And then these ones need to be removed here. Let's make sure, let's see if this works. Ready? Yeah, deploy angle is what needs to be set. So, yeah, this is why it probably pays to test all this equipment separately from each other. Because if I'd gone to align the SSTO and then the air brakes didn't work, that would have been a little bit on the annoying side. Edit the AGs. Go in here. Deploy angle. Deploy angle. Cool. All right. Let's go get the payload truck. Ferrari will be punished retroactively. Chumi will have all of 2 championships. What? I dislike Lewis. You don't like Hamilton? Triton, I don't like Lewis Hamilton, not because he's a bad person or because I don't like, I don't think his attitude is the best, but then again, when you're under that much pressure, dude, I get it. All right, I understand. The bottom line of it is he's a hell of a driver and Mercedes is a hell of a team, right? They're a very good team. Very good driver, very good team. I wish them all the best. I don't like Lewis Hamilton and I don't like Mercedes because I'm a salty Ferrari fan. That's it. It really is that. It's nothing more. Like, God damn it, this is annoying. But then again, as a Ferrari fan, we kind of deserve it because we did the same. Ferrari did the same thing in the early 2000s. They were untouchable. Your joke about the FAA going after Ferrari. Ferrari would punish retroactively. Oh, yeah. That was like weeks ago. I made that joke. What's wrong with you? That was like weeks ago, mother trucker. Yeah, Triton, I'm with you. How are you still awake, man? Huh? What do you mean? I mean, I was up at 7 this morning, NASA man, after going to bed at like 4. I was up for the launch, and then it scrubbed, and I went back to sleep. But I ended up getting up a couple, like 2 or 3 hours later, because of the SN20 static fire. I've been going since 11. Can I ask a question? Always, fan. Hey, here we go. Thanks. Oh, nice, goalie. That's cool. Hey, just gotta work. How's the engineering going? Well, I'm doing integrated testing here, so I'll have that answer for you shortly, King. Vulcan, why don't you work down here at Goddard? Because no one's ever asked? Gonna be up for Starlink Take 2? Yeah? Yep, and then a 15-hour stream is scheduled for tomorrow. That was before getting up for Starlink. Yeah, tomorrow I might just end up streaming all day, play Satisfactory in the morning to pass the time, and then at noontime we can switch over to Minecraft, and then Space News, then KSP, and then GTA. And then I gotta be up on Sunday morning for stuff too. Yeah. I'm not getting much sleep over the next couple of days. Such is life, though. Oh. The alignment system works. It works just fine. Can we move up? Can we move the jacks up with the alignment system still out? Oh, yeah, we can. Sweet. That actually works really good for the first try. I'm actually pretty happy there. We can get rid of damping, and these can be set to 10. Get rid of the damping, set that to 10, and whoop. Builder, I'm having a great day. Any day that I can come in here and hang with you guys is a good day. And I give you guys a lot of crap, but I absolutely do mean that. Okay. Now let's get the SSTO out here. Okay, simple word of advice. Don't die. Please don't die. Okay, thanks. Oh, Sawyer. Yeah, no, I'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Dude, a viewer linked me this article, right? Check this out. Like, here. Read what that says, brother. What do you make of that? They're gonna go in front of the FDA soon. Yeah, it's like a self-assembling gel that basically it gets rid of scar tissue like around that area and like puts nutrients back into the nerve. Dude, it's wild. It's wild stuff. Like, these guys are going to the FDA with this stuff, so let's hope, man. Yeah, that's... Well, they tested it on mice. Yeah, that's... Dude, I'm immediately like, yeah, let's work on that. We need to... I hope so. That would be really cool. Yeah, I have a lot of friends that are in wheelchairs. A lot of really good friends. So, yeah, I really hope that they can make some progress there. That would be pretty rad. I wonder why these strange polygons are in fashion for some space planning. What do you mean, Chill? Wait, what did they test on mice? Curing paralysis. Okay. Hopefully the tech isn't suppressed by big wheelchair. Nice. Alright, so this is the configuration that Voyager came back in. For lore purposes, we're not using Voyager. We'll just use a dash. Oh. Can I get a link to that? Yeah, sure.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
Swag 39-month resub. ADS be gone. But yeah, Nats, man, I won't. I'll be fine, man. You know, being a meathead has its perks. You know what I mean? You big and strong, yeah, yeah, yeah. Ads be gone, swag. Yeah. I said ADS. Aim down the sight. What a maroon. Better be, man. I mean, I'm going up for the launch too, so I get this stupid o'clock schedule, but still. Care about you too much. Word. I'll give this test article serial number 10. Hopefully we don't freaking blow it up. Have you seen any of the Battlefield 2142 rockets? Yeah? Yeah, I thought that was kind of funny. All right, here we go. Let's go put this thing out. Arian 6 looking... care about it too much, but some don't die. Nah, Naz, man, I'll be fine. I'll be fine. What do you mean, Alex? How do we get the payload trucks lined up with the big SSTO? I put alignment rails on the bottom of Jebstar. Oh, the area, dude. Oh my God, it's an Arian Alkin Falc 9-6 hike. Did you hear about Glenda Rye? Yeah, Merc. Oh, that sucks, dude. That sucks, man. Like, I'll be honest though, Merc. Like, and I don't mean this in a negative way. I didn't know who the heck that guy was until that Blue Origin mission. So like, I can't say that I was close to him. I'm going to go ahead and assume that he was a good dude. You know. But yeah. So like, kind of sucks, man. I mean, it gave me a good chuckle, Alex, to be honest with you. Alright, let's undock here. Take jet truck. I think Crash, not sure if you saw this. In other news, Time Magazine recognized New Shepard as the invention of 2020. Oh, I haven't seen that, Gully, but yeah. This truck is used for Chili Winners. This truck is used for pushing that thing around. Sometimes I need to push it up a hill. So if we're backing up, yeah, this is what is needed. But yeah, I put alignment rails down here, King. See? Get underneath there. Jet plow. It does kind of look like that, Vaxlock, doesn't it? I'm afraid it's real. I mean, dude, New Shepard's a great piece of kit. Thank you, Time Magazine, for recognizing... I'm trying to read. Thank you, Time Magazine, for recognizing New Shepard as the best invention of 2021. The New Shepard rocket, a nimble 59-foot tall booster and capsule, designed and built by Blue Origin, uses clean-burning liquid oxygen and liquid hydrogen, and is entirely reusable. So, okay, two things that are kind of like, huh. Alright, first and foremost, New Shepard was not invented last year. Second of all, if we're going to judge the criteria by stuff that just flew a mission, right, and not necessarily operations, why? 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 What? I don't understand. Oh, no. Boom Supersonic Plane and Relativity's 3D space printers also made this year's list. I mean, alright, I guess if that's, if that's how they look at that stuff, I suppose. I don't understand why this is all coming in all messed up, and why are we drifting? The docking port I need is behind. That's the port that I need. It's behind the wings. We drift because drifting is fun. I mean, you know what? That's fair. That's fair, buddy. Casper, what's going on, man? How are you? Hey, Zidio. Is this the erector? No, it's the alignment truck. This is the transporter. Open up the alignment fins to make sure that we get perfectly aligned. Okay, we're over the target. So now we take the jack controller and then the fill controller. Okay. Bingo. Alright, take the alignment jacks. Move the alignment jacks down. Okay. Everything looks good here. Now, let me put the regular jacks down, and we will now lift the entire thing up off the ground. Retract the gear. And now put this down on its wheels. And now we have a transporter truck. Hell yeah. That works pretty good. I mean, that worked well before when we picked the SSTO up off the runway, the one that flew up into space. Casper, what's up with you, man? You still have Zipima. I still like your car, dude. I'm not gonna lie. I like mine better, but yours is good, though. This truck that I made here is based off of the Space Shuttle transporter truck. Here, I modified it. I basically Kerbalized it. It's supposed to be like a self-propelled transporter. It's supposed to look like it. I made it into a rover and made it look like the said rover. That was Casper. Yeah, that was him. Zidio, you should add an erecting function to the truck so you could do a full launch with it. Thanks, Doddle. I appreciate that. I still drive the Bima, yes. Planning on moving to the US next year, perhaps, and buying a newest Force. Yo, really? You're coming here? Dude, we're hanging out. Non-negotiable. You could be like, no, where are you moving to? Where are you moving? We're hanging out. That's... He's moving to Alaska. Now, Vixit, that would suck. that would be a little bit tough to get to for me, but Silicon Valley, right on the wrong side of the U.S. I just drove from there. It's fine. It's not that far. I mean, I slapped the truck together in a freaking parking lot, man. It's fine. If a slap together truck in the parking lot can make it across the country with a couple of problems here and there, but for the most part make it, I think we're okay. You got a job lined up out there, Casper, or what?
Discovery, go at throttle up.
You work for Meta? What? What? Like, wait. Like, that guy? You know you work for a lizard, right? Praise be to the Zuck. You know you work for a lizard, right? Okay, he's not so bad. No. All right. Jokes aside, though. Yo, guy's got to work. He's got to work on his just... Well, I mean, he doesn't. He's Mark Zuckerberg. He has frick you money. It doesn't matter. And that's probably why... dude, I wouldn't be surprised if Mark Zuckerberg, like, acting socially awkward is just something that he does for fun to screw with people. Like, if I was really thinking about it, if, like, okay, like, let me put some thought. Would you do that if you had screw you money? Would you just act weird around people all the time because you could? What are they going to say? You're Mark Zuckerberg. It doesn't matter. Holy crap, that's actually genius. The whole thing is just a damn meme. I'm having a crisis over here, Casper. But anyway, that's cool, man. That's cool. I don't know. I think engineer just attracts that kind of socially awkward. Yeah, no, you're not wrong, dude. You're not wrong. Speaking from experience. See, Spiffy, that's why I like hanging out with people from Twitch and stuff, dude, because they're either all here because they love video games or they're here because they're nerds. Like like everybody here is in on that joke. So, you know, when people act awkward, everybody knows. It's like, yeah, okay, yeah, I gotcha. You know, like last time I was out there, I mean, don't get me wrong, it was a long time ago because of the COVID, right? Yeah, everybody was on the same page there. I act weird and I have $12 to your name. Yeah, well, when you do it, it's weird. When Mark Zuckerberg does it, it's eccentric, okay? Would you say that doing something deceptive with your personality is very meta? I'm getting back to work. But 4 Series, again, coupe. Maybe an i4, they're great cars. Bro, you're gonna move to the US, which is like car heaven, and all you're gonna come up with is a 4 Series? That's it? What, you're a fast cook? What, that's it? Alright. Now, Beamers are cool, man. Okay, so here's the air brake jacks. And let's see what this does. Getting some fatigue on the vehicle right there. Now, if I did this right, this should just go right up and it should work just like the launch pad. Okay. That seems right. Everything seems to be aligned. It seems to be in its pen correctly. Let's see if the auto strut's connected correctly. Oh yeah, they did. Look at how many things are strutted to the ballast tank. Perfect. So, if we did this right, and I got my tolerances correct, I should just be able to undo this. We should be able to unbolt the truck. Nah, it doesn't look like the tolerances are good enough. But then again, the wheels aren't touching the ground, so it'd probably be something worth testing. I'm not sure, Vulcan. Vulcan Rider. Anyway, what? Yeah, I didn't see if you responded, but why don't I work at Goddard? Oh, I don't know, man. If they asked me to, I know that's not how that works, but if they asked me to, I would. But I'm not sure how good I am on a resume without, you know, like on paper, dude. I don't stand out at all, you know. So I don't know. Somebody would have to put in a good word, you know. As much as you know about spaceflight, it seems you would be a natural. Freaking, I'd love to, man. That would be a dream. We're stuck somewhere, guys. I'm not sure what it's stuck on, but it's stuck somewhere. Oh. Also, it's out of electrical. Yeah, that's right, Casper, yeah. I mean, Vulcan, if you know somebody, let me know. GDC, I don't do that in mission mode. We gotta wait. I got another idea here. We can... Oh my god, the whole thing is frigging moving, and I can't move the truck because it's out. Car is gone. can't let the landing gear back down on this thing either. If I let the landing gear back down, it's going to crush the thing because we're not aligned with the rails anymore. And I can't time warp either because this thing is going to clip. What happened? Oof. You guys mind if I just put infinite electricity on? I just don't want to sit here and waste people's time. I usually don't do it here. It's honestly, it's not to save a mission in mission mode or anything. I just want to get this thing out from underneath it so I can save. Alright. Cool. I'm getting really just... Come on. Just get out from underneath there. I just need to see where this thing is getting stuck. Yeah, you're good? Cool. Thanks. Thanks, dudes. All right, I got to adjust the height that this is. I got to adjust the height where the SSTO attaches to the payload attachment fitting. We could do with making it a little bit higher. It just looks like it's a little too low. The alignment rails on the SSTO were getting hung up on the alignment mechanism and all these other pieces. They were scraping against this. That's why it was there. I just needed to see that. I'm taking Infinite EC off now. Yeah, Grilani, there you go. So, what happens when we do this? This thing basically does not move. Perfect. And now I can build the crane and we'll be good. The SPMT did not bend, Alex. Couple of hours, Anth. Let's take our time and get this right. So The alignment system, okay, so that test. The alignment system worked. Docking to the SSTO worked just fine. There was a little bit of a weird thing that happened when I undocked Jet Truck from the SSTO. But that's not too big of a deal. And we have to adjust the clearance on this piece. I gotta move it up a little bit because we have a lot, the air brakes could push it up. We could adjust it so the air brakes could push it up even more. And I want to make it so it's not even a judgment call that when this thing gets attached, that the truck here is completely off the ground. It was close that time, but it wasn't all the way, and it got sandwiched underneath it. So, well, I don't want to remove the truck king while the SSTO is just free sitting on the air brakes. It needs to be truck and SSTO dock to change out facility and then undock the truck, because these payload changeout facilities, I want these to be the spots where we store these things too. They'll be their hangars. It'll be its hangar for the most part. Like I could have another one right next to right next to this, or we could have another one that's facing the other direction and have one crane that services both, or something. I don't know. Good. Good. Okay, so what do we need to adjust here? We need to adjust the payload changeout facility, right? That's the only thing that really needs a lot of adjustment here. I'll just recover everything just to be sure, to make sure we're doing the same test every time. We'll recover all of it. And the truck needs more battery power too. That's the other thing. The payload truck needs more batteries. Like a lot more. It has a lot of fuel cells on it, Alex. Gonna need more. The fuel cells, the wheels use so much electrical power. All of them are powered and all of them steer. That's what you need to move this damn thing around. So, yeah, it's all electrical, and I don't have a diesel generator. Okay, so let's go over here. No diesel generator, no diesel power in this game, Chili. I friggin' wish, man. If I had a diesel generator in this thing, we would have no electrical problems, dude. But I have solars and I have fuel cells. Not even the good kind of fuel cells, like the eco-friendly fuel cells, because spaceflight. If I had a dang Cummins 12 valve, it'd be fine. Never have to worry about it. They would generate diesel. Generate diesel like crazy. Coal mines. No. That should be fine. That was 2 ticks up. Okay, save that. Okay, that's fine. It's a crawler transporter. That means Alco 251s. That or Detroit something. The Detroit diesel, boy, I tell you what. Okay, so we gotta go in here to the air brake jack controller and we need to set deploy angle. Then we need to go over here, we need to set deploy angle. And then we need to take these curves, copy that, paste it down there, paste it down there. And then I need to set these curves Deploy. Deploy. And then we need to take this curve, copy it. Now these will work with the cow controller just fine, and anything here that has authority limiter as it's set is cool. Save that. Alright, those are the changes to the PCF. Yeah, pretty much Vanguard, yeah. New Jersey plane crash kills Blue Origin astronaut who flew with William Shatner, Glenn DeVry. Yeah, I know. Snickers. Sucks, man. It is what it is. Is there estimated weight on these parts? The SSTO is 300 tons with no fuel in it. The pad is the U-shaped bracket is probably less. I mean, wouldn't be the first time that's happened, Bill. That's what happened to Yuri Gagarin. Yuri strapped himself to an ICBM and launched himself into space, right? And survived that. That was fine. And then was flying around in a trainer MiG in fog and crashed. It sucks. Didn't want the Kerbals in there. I don't want Kerbals near this stuff when we're testing it. That sounds about right. Sounds about right, dude, yeah. Can we put a launch site at Wales? Why do you want to put a launch site in Wales, Bandit? Here you go. This city, you want to know how to pronounce this? Is it this here? Pause this for a second. Ready?
I'm in northwest Wales at RAF Mona, just up the road from Llanfair to Pwllgwyn, go get a Quindrobol, Llantysilio go go go. The temperature got to 21 Celsius.
That's not a name. You just made that up.
Sunshine in northwest Wales at RAF Mona, just up the road from Llanfair to Pwllgwyn, go get a Quindrobol, Llantysilio go go go. The temperature got to 21 Celsius. That's 70 in Fahrenheit.
That sounded like you were trying to say a city's name and you choked halfway through. Oh yeah, it's right up the road from the... Gungoff. Yeah, it's right by there. A rock facility in a place like that, with a name like that, has a 100% chance of a Tom Scott visiting. Yep. Yep. Agreed. Agreed. Pretty sure he's trying to summon some demons. Well, it is Welsh, so, I mean... I don't know what you're expecting. Just kidding, Welsh people. You guys are alright. Pretty sure, like, we're cursed now. That is not a human noise! Vincent Van Gogh, go, 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 go. Yeah, of course, Vaxaw. Yeah. Our naming convention at work is mountains. I keep threatening to start using Icelandic mountain names. 47 characters, 1 vowel. So, Vulcan, you piqued my interest, dude. USA jobs, huh? Hi, pick. Hi, pick. It is my pick. I didn't add more power to this like I just said I was going to do a second ago, but it's alright, it's fine. And you have back from the gym, ate half a meat lover's pizza and feeling amazing. USI jobs are look on Indeed, LinkedIn for contractors. Man, I don't even know what they'd need me for. Is there such thing as like NASA historians or something? Maybe, maybe I could do that. I'd be pretty good at that. Literally just get paid to say, remember the good old days. Oh, my pick, stop. Stop it. Stop. 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 Yeah, that's the thing. Your granddad did that. Stop. Stop. Anhalten. I don't know. Like, see, like, okay. The easy thing would be like, if I went and did that, would be like, okay, go be a PAO for NASA, public affairs officer. Like, go be a PAO, right? That's that would be like thing one, right? But guys, like part of me, and maybe I'm a piece of crap for this, is like, part of me is like, dude, I don't want to be reporting on the stuff, man. I want to be making it. I want to be building it. Used to do budgeting, got tired of it during the shuttle era, so they made him an historian instead till he retired. Oh, that's kind of cool. By kind of cool, I mean, actually, that's pretty neat. Okay, so for this test, I'm taking off the jet truck. Show me your engineering PhD. I was watching space stuff and said I want to do that. Got a job at place, started doing space stuff. Yeah. Do you have a... But Devlin, I don't think I ever asked you. Do you have a STEM background? The guy was a genius. Worked out at Stennis. And then there's another thing to think about, Devlin. Would I want to do that? Like, I mean, would that mean I can't stream anymore? Do I want to... You are supply chain in the aviation industry. Yeah, there you go. Do I want to get rid of all we've built here? I don't know, man. I don't know if I'd do that. You want to develop an app? Alright, let's do this. Let's try this again. This is with the heightened jacks. My test objectives here are to get this thing, pick up the SSTO, drive it over here, install it on the payload changeout stand, undo the truck, drive the truck away, bring the truck back, redock to the changeout facility, to the SSTO with the changeout facility, separate it, and then drive it away. Yeah, there you go, Devlin. Yeah, man. It's all possible, I suppose. I mean, I'm not sure how I could get a public sector job and do that, SKS, but yeah. That would be pretty neat. Alright. Hold on a second, fellas. Okay. Okay, so we're aligned there. Now we got to pin that window. Take this one. This is the floor jacks. There we go. Dock to the SSTO. Now lift the floor jacks up all the way. Retract the SSTO's gear. Place it down. Okay, that part works really well, actually. Man, this is cool. Like, I know this isn't like, it's not flying into space. But this is really fun for me. I really, really enjoy this. Like, I mean, it's kind of crazy when you sit back and think about what we're actually doing here. This is a 300-ton SSTO that's 1,300 tons when it's fully fueled with payload. It can fly up into space. I can land it right over there, drag it back, horizontal. Like, once we get the payload stuff figured out, we can configure out the payload bay and stuff. And there's like, if I get this, and then once we get, if this all works correctly, then it's just getting the crane figured out, and then I roll the payload changeout facility over there somewhere by the, you know, the museum, or we just find another flat area that's kind of just over there, and then we're good. Like, you know, then this thing works. Then I have something that's basically like Collins, right? It's like my space shuttle, but bigger and fatter and better, that we can fly whatever into space. We fly whatever we want. It's nuts, dude. Yeah, this is supposed to be based off of Venture Star, guys. Yeah, this is based off of a real concept, Doddle. Yeah, it's a concept in the early 2000s to build an SSTO. Yep. Venture Star would have been nuts. About the size of Starship, actually. Yeah, this would have been about as big as a Starship. A lot wider, though. Oh, no, I know you weren't doubting. I got you. This is definitely one of the crazier vehicles that we've made in KSP. One of the crazier launch vehicles. This is right up there in complexity with Neptune, Collins, Condor. This one's nuts, dude. The Freedom rockets were not that complicated. Jebstone rockets were not complicated. This thing's crazy for what it is. It's really a gnarly piece of equipment. Maybe a crew version would be cool. Yeah, maybe. I was thinking just use the small SSTO for crew. I mean, but this thing could take crew and cargo. That's really no problem. I'd want to get more testing with it, though. Swish. You're gonna vertical, aren't you? Not here. I think this thing might be getting caught in the seam. Yep. There we go. San Dimas High School football rules. Nice. Nib High football rules. All right, here we go. As long as he's sitting here, you're just gonna keep sitting there, aren't you? Aight. Okay. Should start lifting. Score. Okay, bring down the alignment brakes. Now. This thing should just be able to drive out. Football is cringe. It's such a useless sport. I'm gonna act like a piece of crap to a sport that I don't like. Geez, Swishio, nobody ever did that in their existence, right? Oh, Druid, it worked, man. That's pretty cool. I'll teach you about American football one of these days, Swishio. Or are you talking about your... Is it your... Wait, are you talking about your football or my football? I'm confused. It's gotta be football. I like any sport, guys, like, for what it's worth. I like all of them. I don't give a crap what it is. I like competition. It's fun. It's fun and it's healthy for the soul. You're talking about EU football? Soccer's okay. The normal one. The rest of the world one. I got you. I wish rugby was bigger in the U.S. I don't know. Rugby's alright. I much prefer American football. American football is like... It's a chess game that involves physics. It's like playing physical chess. Alright. Let's check the roll rates here. No cheats. We're not cheating. Arrow. Let me turn on this here. So our primary docking port, the primary control point is at -2. All right. What about you over here? What are you at? happens if we deploy the gear. Know anything about Canadian football? No, not really. Playing real-time chess if the pieces have a chance to not be able to execute the move they were told to make. Yeah. Football's a chess game, dude. I really like football a lot. Are these pointed straight up? 89.6. That's going to create some issues during payload loading and unloading. We might want to keep the truck underneath there, because it looks like the SSDO is starting to sag forward a little bit. Okay. I saw what I wanted to see. Let's try to pick her up. Yeah. Well, it's the same vehicle poison, and it will, yeah, I can't push up on it. Even if I did same vessel collision, it would start bending these pieces out of alignment, and I don't really want that. But the front of this is definitely sagging. It's definitely sagging, and I'm not exactly sure what would fix it. Maybe, okay, so let's mess with something here, right? Let me set these to root part, right? Actually, let me disable it right now. Let's put the landing gear down on this thing. How am I deploying the gear when it's inside of a fairing? Deploy shielded enabled. If I set these front ones to auto strut to root, they will auto strut to the fairing, and that actually could help keep the nose up. Because right now, what's holding this in place is an auto strut that goes to heaviest part from all the landing gear that goes to that X200 fuel tank. But those auto struts are like this, so the auto struts are like this. So it's right around the main landing gear, and it's holding the main landing gear up just fine. But the front landing gear is also auto strutting to it, right? But that's just such a weird angle to hold, so the front is sagging down a little bit. If I used a root part auto strut from here, when we initially docked, this would strut to the fairing. And that would prevent the front from sagging down. It's not sagging a lot. This is actually pretty good for a first attempt. But that would make sure that it absolutely doesn't. Now the problem is that we had some nasty docking port drift back here. Like nasty docking port drift. Look at that. Oof. It's like, I can't really get underneath the thing to realign and redock to it because it's sagged. It sagged forward. I mean, all the docking ports drift, Jason. It's not about strength. There's something, when they added the rotating feature to them, something went weird. Oh, come on, man. The auto struts were already there, Jason, so I just kind of said, me, whatever. Hellfish, are you still here, man? You wanted me to see something about Mercedes? I read what you said, but I didn't see the link. This is what I posted, okay. Red Bull driver and team are required to support the stewards at 9:30 on Saturday, November 13th in relation to the incident. Interesting. Well, we just clobbered an air brake with the landing gear. That was an aligner brake. Well, Max's wing was definitely doing something weird. Ford showed me something a little bit earlier, and I'm like, what the hell? He showed his wing going down the straight was flapping out of control. Like the wing was going like this. So something fishy is going on. How about we just disqualify all of them? We'll disqualify Lewis, Max, Valtteri, and Perez, and you know, from there, we could have McLaren and Ferrari just kind of, you know, face off. You know, it'll be fun for old time's sake. On the copium. What? Oh. Yes. I'm more kidding. Like, doing anything. It's kind of a joke, but alright. Like Ferrari. There you go. Self-burn. Wee for self burns. I was gonna say, I'm like, damn, man, you gonna do me like that? Oh, we were just talking about how Mercedes was cheating, Max. It was great. It's great. I don't think that's how it works. But I could be wrong. I'm just trying to see if we can reseat this thing, but here, we should count time warp a little bit. There we go. We're stuck. Yeah. God, man. The reason why I bother aligning everything, dudes, is because you see what the landing gear is doing? Sometimes the landing gear, wherever the landing gear wants to go, it just goes in that direction, and there is absolutely nothing you can do about it. So I hold stuff in place with anchors, with heavy parts, like parts that are full of fuel and whatnot. I want to test this. Alright, fine. Next day. Full power. There we go. 1 day later. What would happen if one of those anchor parts would collide and obliterate itself? Collide with what? And how would it obliterate itself, and what would it be colliding with? Why does this thing just want to go to the left? I don't get it. This edge just loves getting stuck right there. It's just, yeah, very annoying. Alright, well, whatever. Do you want to do a full Daytona 500 next year? Sure, why not? We just burned through 6,000 electrical charge that quick? Frick you, we burned through 6,000 that quick. Are you kidding me? Come on. Come on. Okay. It's using fuel cells, X. Yep, this is a wash because we wrecked our alignment brake. Good. Yeah, my alignment brake popped, so there's nothing holding the thing. When I go to lift it up, it just wants to lean forward. There's nothing holding it in place. Yeah, we can't really afford to wreck those alignment brakes. Okay. We're gonna need a new payload changeout area, so I'm gonna go ahead and recover this, and we'll get a new one out there. I could replace them, but I don't want to test with a replacement part, you know what I mean? Is that a Supra? What's up, public? What I was trying to ask is what happens to the auto strut when the part where everything is auto strutted to just explodes because KSP? It won't because it's sitting high up. But, yeah, all the auto struts come undone and then the whole thing would collapse. Yeah. Things going well? Yeah, they're going alright. I'm just working the kinks out on my, the foundation of my payload changeout facility. I haven't made the crane for it yet, but we're getting there. We're getting there. Getting there. It's coming. Duster testing has started. Cool. Okay, so something that I think we should do is honestly make the guides go the entire, almost the entire length of the facility. This will help also when we park the SSDO here, we can come up with another payload vehicle, right? A change-out vehicle. Like this. And that'll make it so the landing gear never really gets stuck or anything like that. So the thing that I'm going to do here is I'm going to take one of these and I'm going to put them right here. Take these supports. Because I just had a problem where the SSTO's thermal protection system got stuck on one side.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
That could get hung up on something. I don't like that. If this was just a little bit shorter, this part would work. Who was that subbing in there? Hey, Dunpeel. What's going on? There we go. All right. Now these need to be set to root. So when the SSDO attaches, those hold the thing up. The air brakes could also work like what you guys were saying previously. That could do it. But I like this way. And it looks like the cal needs to be, some of these, the lifter brakes need to go to 35. Cool. Excellent. All right. What made you go with a vertical port to line up with at the back instead of a horizontal one like what's used in your fuel trucks for the other pads? This isn't rotating vertically, right? No, this is supposed to mimic the docking mechanism from the launch pad, which I know works, Pilch. But yeah, I mean, I probably, on the big SSTOs, I probably should have had the SSTO dock like the fuel truck, like dropping down. Like, we could have the attachment fitting and then have a docking port inside, like the fairing, have a docking port up and then another one down, like hooks. That actually would be okay. Like, we could do that, but I mean, I'm a little far in the design to go and redesign that, huh? For this one, though, I don't know. Maybe, I don't know if we have a bad way to do things.
Saying that it's going good is an understatement. I can pay my rent this month. I already could. But you could pay it on time. There you go.
It seems that would have been so much easier to line up, no? Yeah, hindsight is 2020 though, Filch. Hey J-Speed, watching you on my Switch and they said KSP would never be on it. I'm going to sleep, see you later. Alright. Not sure how this happened, but you just walked away with 800 euros at the casino while only spending 135. Anyway, hey, cool. So euros. Well, that, didn't work right. These loading screens, though. How was your week? Busy with Crew 2 and Crew 3. Yeah, but fun. Lots of fun. It's not over yet. My weekend, my weekday ends on Saturday night, Sunday morning. My weekend starts on Sunday morning. This is a horrible game. Yeah, reading, I'm about sick of you. So, here. You can go share your opinions about games in the timeout zone. Bye-bye. You're not entertained. Evil Rays, were you here when he was just going off before? This guy's straight up having a conversation with himself in chat. It's the strangest thing I've ever seen. This is one of my favorite games, but the graphics haven't aged very well. Yeah, I hear you, troubleshooter. The guy was just having a conversation with himself in chat, or not, when I was playing Satisfactory this afternoon. It was very weird. Is it as strange as pudding? Well, I tell you, Tape, the proof is in the pudding. Because I, as the NASA administrator, really like tapioca, I tell you. So we're now going to spend money on making sure that everybody has Senator Administrator tapioca pudding for lunch. Yeah. You remember Apollo 8?
You see, words are like bullets, and I just let them bounce off of me. I rise above it.
Rise above it! Rise above it! Well, I don't think that the plan that I helped come up with when I was hired on the National Space Flight Council is technically feasible. So I'm going to get rid of the plan that I helped come up with and implement a better plan that I helped come up with, but with less accountability. That's the good one. Seriously, the guy that he helped come up, you helped come up with the Artemis program, you dope. Nah, I don't know username. Just kind of was getting annoyed with the off-topicness. Because he said he didn't like the type of pudding that I like. Orange pudding is bad. Please stop. What? You don't like a picture in me in a giant bath of pudding? Because the proof is there, and I'll tell you, I like proof and I like pudding. How much input? He was an advisor on the National Space Flight Council, Hellfish. How much more, like... Oh my god! Stop! Sorry. Just imagine me taking a bath and pudding. Oh my god. No! Why? It is messed up. That's a terrible thing. Please, no! Stop! Okay. I think I'm getting the black lung, chat. Why are you doing that? Can you not do that, please? Or... Yeah, it decided to phase. It decided to phase the launch plate up, and phasing the launch plate up just made the I-beams just go through my SSTO, so you know that's good. Yep. I'm just going to recover all of this before something explodes. Yeah, great. Good test. The proof was not in the pudding that time. See last, please. No. No, not see last. Not when I'm testing, because stuff like that happens. No. Bad. Bad chat. Bad. Okay, now that the test is over, what was your last? Yeah, Hellfish, you're not wrong. The pudding has gone bad. Why? So, sometimes when you time warp, stuff jumps like that. It happens. Alright. Hey, Oni Cage, what's up? 9-month resub. Alright. Fellas, you mind if we work on the rest of this after the Falcon launch tomorrow? We'll work on that in the morning after the launch. And, what if the next KSP was just this KSP without the weird bugs? That'd be pretty rad. Yeah, we're just gonna freaking... I'll test this stuff tomorrow after the Falcon launch. Guys, if you don't mind, I think I'm going to take an hour break before we start racing. We got about an hour until racing, and I was just going to go grab something to eat. The next 48 hours for me are going to be a little crazy. In 1983, Van Halen came out with their most successful single, reaching #1 on the Billboard, called Jump. The song differs from earlier songs, but... Hey, Paul! Oh. Van Halen... No. First of all, Kyron, it's Huey Lewis in the News, alright? Sports came out in 83, and 4 came out in 87, alright? Second of all, Van Halen's Jump came out on their album 1984, which came out in 1984. No. Bad. 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 December 1983. Oh, frick you. What was it, December 31st, 1983? Get out of here. Alright, guys, I'm just going to take an hour because I'm going to come back for racing. I'm going to do racing, and then I'm going to sleep, and then we're up at 7 a.m. for that Falcon launch. And then I'm just going to stream the whole day tomorrow. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Taylor Swift's album 1989 didn't come out in that year, though. That's fair. All right, fellas, so I'm going to go grab some grub, and then I will be back for racing. I'm just going to take a break here. I got to eat something. No, but Taylor Swift did? She released her first album when she... God, yeah, she's an 80... She's born in 89? Yeah, that makes a lot more sense. Ugh. 89 people are weird, man. That's underclassmen for me. They're weird, dude. They're weird kids. LS3 Conquest on Hoon. What? Alright, anyway, fellas, we'll test the rest of this tomorrow. If I'm, for whatever reason, if we're